some quick comments about it, in that I feel like a lot of this is a county commissioner's job already, and I know you've added the word assist in certain places, or with the direction of the county commission. And in considering that there are many positions across the state that are very similar, they're county administrators, county coordinators, whatever you want to call them. I've always looked at that as a possibility for this county. We just never found the person and the desire to add that layer of bureaucracy to county government. In the past, we did go with an administrative assistant in Sioux, but that was a hard decision to make at that time. And in using that and fully utilizing that position to be an assistant, and where does that fall in? And I'm sure if any of you wanted to ever have a private conversation about Sioux, about working for three very different people, it's a challenge. And now we're adding a fourth. And I still don't understand the flow of how this adds. I mean, at one point in here it says this person is our liaison with government, with the public, with the media. I mean, I'm concerned. I want to know what the chain here is. And I know that it says that it refers back to the commission, but I've just watched what's happened over the last year, and communication is broken down completely on the county commission, with the public, with different departments, with each other. And I don't see how one person is going to change that instead of making it more complex. I'm very concerned about adding a layer of bureaucracy and where that falls into the flow chart of how you approach your county government. And I have many reservations.
First of all, I want to say I disagree with the word bureaucracy. It sounds as though it's a layer of an unnecessary layer. That's what I hear when I hear the word bureaucracy. Again, I see the county coordinator as an extension of the abilities of the county commission to do its job, which is to help the county have a dialogue with itself and its various agencies so that decisions in the future will turn out to benefit the county. The decisions made today will help our future.
If this were actually an open job description where we were just creating a position today to then actively go out and look for somebody, I wouldn't have near the reservations I have when I've got a candidate sitting in front of me with their resume and that's the only person on the table. I can't help but think this was created for that person, and that bothers me more than anything.
Well, let me defend the creation of the job description.
And before you go on much further, you set and you put all these things in here with this requirement, and this is the second resume now that I've seen for this gentleman, and I don't see some of those things in there. And I don't want to do this in a public session, but you guys keep forcing the issue to have a job interview in public. And I don't see in his resume the things that you've asked for in the knowledge and skills. It's not demonstrated to me in here, and it certainly hasn't been demonstrated in the meetings that I've attended. I mean, this applicable laws and regulations, he sat and questioned the authority of the county commission to go through the architect process. I've been through it. I know the law. I had the code in front of me.
I know the law too.
In creating this job description, I did my best to approach it from the point of view of what is a county coordinator.
Which is fine. This is a good draft to start with.
Who we are considering or might consider.
But the fact of the matter is, and you've stated already in your intentions, it's to adopt this and then to hire this man. And that to me that's a little bit ramrod.
I think this job description stands on its own, and we could, if we so chose, go forward in advertising and looking at hiring someone at around $40,000 a year. What's unique in this situation is that we have a chance to try this at considerably less expense. And that's an opportunity I don't want to lose.
How many other people for $1 a year would like to be the spokesman and representative of the county? I'm sure there are several.
Rita, we have an extraordinary opportunity that's been handed to us. First of all, we have extraordinary issues that are before the commission. There are issues which we have trouble with almost every single meeting. Animal control, just to name
Where's his
one.
experience with animal control?
Just a minute. And what we have is we have somebody who's come forward from the community, which we're always interested in having volunteers and people who want to serve the county. Somebody with extraordinary employment history and background. Somebody with a top secret security clearance. Somebody who worked for the FBI. Somebody who has a bachelor's and master's degree. Somebody who is very, very capable of dealing with people and groups, who is very savvy and experienced. And here's a person that we can use to help us define a county coordinator, who is willing to volunteer and say, I'll take this job, let's see what we can make of it, let's see what we can do going forward. This person would serve just at the will and pleasure of the commission. If it turns out to be well, that's terrific, and we've created something that will enable all of us to do a much better job. And if it doesn't turn out and the commission sees that it is not working or that we need to do something else, well, this person serves at the will and pleasure of the commission, and we can restructure, repopulate, do anything we want at any time down the road. Here is an experiment, an opportunity that's right in front of us, and I think we would be derelict if we just poo-pooed it and said, oh, well, we're not going to do this.
Where's his experience in West Virginia other than a home in Hillsborough?
Have you read his resume? You've read his
Yes,
resume.
it's right here.
You-
Show me West Virginia experience.
How-
That's what we are.
how
We're
is-
Pocahontas
how
County,
is-
West Virginia.
How is West Virginia
You want
experience?
somebody to relate to the media, to relate with our state representatives, to relate to our other agencies. We are West Virginia.
Okay.
We are Pocahontas County. And you're asking someone, to me, it's almost like a slap in the face that we don't have anybody in this county who's capable of doing this role.
Excuse me. We have somebody in the county. Mr. Miller lives here, but
For
nonetheless.
2 years.
Mr.
Can I
Willis.
add something to that? I mean,
Yes.
I think what you want, Rita, are human traits. You know, we don't need to draw a line in the sand between what state we're from and where we're going. You know, we're all humans here, you know. I grew up in Virginia. I've lived in West Virginia 32 years. Does that mean that I don't understand what's still going on in Virginia? I mean, I think we should give this guy a chance. I think he's got great professional experience, and if anything, with this commission...
Well, I'm glad you're familiar with his experience, because I've met him a couple times in a meeting, and I have 2 resumes.
Okay.
I've
The
never even been given
commission-
the opportunity for a private interview.
I think the commission can learn something from this person, because he has a professional background, and I think that the commission could strive
I'm not seeing
every
anything professional about how this job was